Surviving Venezuela, a life of resilience and humor. Being born in Venezuela is like being handed a lottery ticket, except it's always a losing one. Once one of the richest countries in Latin America, Venezuela is now the global poster child for economic collapse. Hyperinflation makes the currency so worthless that people have used Bolivar notes as napkins, craft supplies, or wallpaper. Prices change so fast that by the time you pick up a loaf of bread, it might have doubled in price before you reach the register. Forget saving money. Your savings devalue faster than a melting ice cream cone in the Caracas sun. Want to feel rich? Convert $10 USD into bolivars and suddenly you're a millionaire. Too bad a million bolivars can't even buy a pack of gum. Food, medicine, and gasoline. Ironically, also shortages in a country with one of the largest oil reserves in the world. People line up for hours just to get basic items, and when something finally arrives at the store, it's a free-for-all. Want milk, rice, or toilet paper? Hope you like standing in line for half the day, only to be told they just ran out when it's finally your turn. The black market thrives, so if you have US dollars or access to remittances from family abroad, you're basically royalty. Rolling blackouts are a part of daily life. Imagine cooking dinner and, boom, no electricity for hours. It's not a power outage, it's a power routine. The government blames everything from cyber attacks to iguanas chewing on cables. Yes, that was a real excuse. Water supply isn't much better. In many neighborhoods, taps run dry for days or even weeks, so people stock up on buckets and barrels like they're preparing for an apocalypse. Showering becomes a military-style operation, with every drop of water carefully rationed. Venezuela has more oil than almost any other country, but lining up for gas feels like waiting for Beyoncé concert tickets. People sleep in their cars overnight, waiting for a chance to fill up. It's like camping, but instead of marshmallows, you're fueled by rage and despair. Corruption runs so deep that you might need to know a guy just to get a full tank, or else pay 10x the price on the black market. And if you think you're getting gas quickly, forget it. You'll have more birthdays before your turn comes at the pump. Every few months, someone claims there's a coup happening, but it's just another Tuesday. President Nicolás Maduro is infamous for bizarre TV rants blaming imperialist sabotage for everything wrong in the country. Opposition leaders try to rally people for change, but the government responds with riot police, tear gas, and mass arrests. Protests are huge, but so is the risk of getting caught up in the violence. If you're caught recording the police, they might take your phone, or worse, take you. Journalists, activists, and anyone critical of the government are seen as enemies of the state. Caracas has one of the highest murder rates in the world. Walking around after dark is basically asking to be mugged, kidnapped, or worse. Even staying home isn't always safe, as break-ins happen in broad daylight. People joke that having a phone, watch, or nice shoes makes you a walking target. But it's not really a joke when people carry around fake phones just to give to muggers. If you have something nice, you hide it. Jewelry, phones, headphones, all kept out of sight to avoid catching the attention of malandros, street criminals. People learn to develop street radar, constantly scanning their surroundings like they're in an action movie. Hospitals are overcrowded, underfunded, and out of supplies. Need antibiotics? Bring your own. Need a bandage? Bring your own. Need to give birth? Hope you brought your own medical gloves because the hospital doesn't have any. Doctors are underpaid, if paid at all, and many have fled the country. Patients who can't afford private care are stuck in dilapidated public hospitals with flickering lights, broken equipment, and doctors Googling symptoms in real time. If you get sick, you're on your own because pharmacies are also empty. Imagine looking for something as basic as aspirin and being told, "Come back in a month, maybe we'll have it then." Teachers earn so little that many quit to sell snacks or drive taxis instead. Students attend school sporadically because of blackouts, lack of water, or unsafe conditions. Desks are broken, textbooks are outdated, and internet access is practically non-existent. Teachers work out of love, not for pay, because with their wages, love is all they're getting. Many kids end up dropping out to help their families survive, turning to informal jobs or even crime just to get by. Anyone with a chance to leave leaves. Engineers, doctors, teachers, and anyone with a degree are fleeing to Colombia, Peru, Spain, or anywhere that offers a shred of stability. Over 7 million Venezuelans have fled in recent years, and the Venezuelan diaspora has become one of the largest migration crises in modern history. Families are split apart, with parents working in one country while their kids are raised by grandparents back home. Those who stay behind often rely on money sent from abroad to survive. Remittances have become a lifeline for many Venezuelan families. If you love TV soap operas, Venezuelan news feels oddly familiar. Corruption scandals, backstabbing politicians, and bizarre government announcements make headlines daily. Once, President Maduro showed off a photo of a miracle chicken egg on TV, claiming it would save the economy. Another time, he blamed a drone attack on Colombian terrorists when it was actually just 2 drones blowing up nearby. State TV shows surreal propaganda where Maduro dances salsa while announcing new food rations for the people. It would be hilarious if it weren't so tragic. Venezuela's bolivar has been devalued so many times that people have stopped counting. They lopped off 5 zeros from the currency in 2018, and even after that, inflation kept rising. At one point, 1 USD was worth 1 million bolivares, which is why people started using US dollars, Colombian pesos, or even barter trade, like swapping rice for toilet paper to survive. In stores, instead of bolivar prices, you'll see prices in US dollars, a weird reminder that your own country's money is considered monopoly cash. This food box, handed out by the government, is supposed to help struggling families. In reality, it's a random assortment of rice, pasta, and maybe a can of sardines if you're lucky. People line up for hours to get them, and it's seen as a symbol of how bad things have gotten. Clap boxes aren't free. They're sold at low prices, but only if you're registered with the government and politically loyal. People joke that you can't vote, but you better be on that clap list if you want food. Yet somehow, Venezuelans keep laughing. Jokes, memes, and dark humor are coping mechanisms. People joke that Venezuela's national bird is the wire hanger, because so many people hang their clothes on power lines during blackouts. They laugh at how they need 3 jobs to afford 1 bag of groceries. They joke about how their country has it all, if all means suffering, corruption, and iguanas eating power cables. Despite everything, Venezuelans are known for being resilient, warm, and community-driven. In the face of everything falling apart, they still find joy in arepas, music, and dancing. It's the ultimate, if you don't laugh, you'll cry mentality. So yeah, being born in Venezuela means learning how to survive with street smarts, patience, and a dark sense of humor. It's a place where people endure unimaginable hardship but still manage to keep the party going. Because no matter how many blackouts, shortages, or hyperinflationary spirals you face, nobody can take away the spirit of a Venezuelan.